Thank you for staying with us. Today is the International Literacy Day, a day set aside by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization to raise global awareness and concern for literacy problems. The day was first celebrated in 1967 and has become an annual event to remind the public of the importance of literacy as a matter of dignity and human rights, and to advance the literacy agenda for a more literate and sustainable society. The theme for this year's celebration is Transforming Literacy Learning Spaces, which again presents an opportunity to rethink the importance of literacy learning spaces to build an inclusive education for all. Well, joining me now to talk about the importance of literacy is the Executive Director of Lead Network, Chukwuma Okenwa. Thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Right. Talk to us about how far we have come with regards to advancing the literacy agenda in Nigeria.
I would say that nationally, judging from the statistics released by the Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria, where it puts the literacy level at slightly above 62%, I would say that a whole lot still need to be done because a situation where up to 40% of the citizens can neither read or write is an indictment on the actualization of Agenda 2030, for which quality education is very, very important and vital to achieving that. We know that education is not just a privilege for the privileged few. As a matter of fact, it is now a right. And that is why we have like the universal basic education, meaning that every person that is a human, you have that inalienable right to be educated. And of course, an integral part of education is literacy skills, your ability to read and write. That helps to like assure your dignity as a person. You can read for yourself, and that can also help for sustainable peace and development. Because when you have citizens that can read for themselves, they can contribute, they can access the news, they can read the news for themselves, and also contribute their own ideas towards national development.
Right. So looking at the theme for the year, Transforming Literacy Learning Spaces, Exploring Opportunities and Possibilities, what opportunities can we explore to transform the literary space or the literacy space in Nigeria for better results?
Of course, while commending the federal government for having even set up like a tertiary institution, an open university, for adults, I have a particular concern, especially on a day like this, for those adults that are out there who even want the very basic that they desire of education would be to learn to be able to read, to be able to write. I think a lot has not been done in that regard, and also like in structuring the approach in such a way that nobody is going to be excluded. And I think that is one of the advocacies of UNESCO in this year's celebration of the International Literacy Day, to structure it considering even the impact of COVID-19, which has further widened the gap between those that are in school and those that are out of school. Of course, the pandemic actually put out more persons out of school. So the strategy will now be, how do we reach out to those persons that are not in school right now? I'm talking about the children. And then for those of them that are adults who has lost the opportunity for one reason or the other, like of course 2023 is coming and we will be expecting them to vote, we'll be expecting them to analyze the mandates of the candidates and to contribute equitably as citizens of Nigeria. How will they be able to do that if they cannot be able to read, to write? And of course, you can be sure they can't analyze.
All right, we have to leave the conversation here now. Executive Director of Lead Network, Chukwuma Okenwa, thank you for your time on the news.
Thank you so much.